right, so in this tutorial video, we want to learn how to find the absorption probabilities and mean absorption times of discrete time Markov chains in R. So first, we want to clear all our working environments and graphics using this code offline. And the next thing that we want to do is to load this package, that is the Markov chain package. In case you don't have this installed, you have to install it. You can click on packages and click on install, type in the name Markov chain, make sure that you're connected to the internet to complete the installation, okay? So once you're done with the installation, you have to load this package using the library function. So I'm going to run this. All right, so now let's take an example. All right, so we want to use this example. We have already seen this example from our previous tutorial, and now we want to solve it in R. Hence, before you watch this video, I will urge you to check out my video tutorial on absorption or heating probabilities and mean absorption times by clicking on the link in the card above, or check the description below this video for the link, okay? So we want to find the absorption or heating probabilities, right, for this transition probability matrix or Markov chain, and also to find its mean absorption times in R. So first, we have to simulate this transition probability matrix. Okay, once we put together this, we can solve for or find the absorption probabilities and mean absorption time. So how do we get this? Let's jump into our R Studio. So first, we want to create our matrix as our transition matrix. So we are going to move by row. So we specify it to be true. So we are going to pick 1, 0, 0, 0, 0.5, 0, 0.5 in that order up to 1, okay? So by row is specified to be true, and we have the number of rows to be 4. So by default, the number of columns will also be 4 because this is going to be a square matrix, okay? So let's execute this, Control Enter. And there we go, okay? So now we want to add the current state and the future state. So we can make use of the new function. So with a new function, we are going to call the package Markov chain. This is our transition matrix. We also have the state 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are giving it a name details. You can choose to give it a different name. I want to assign this to the variable details. Okay, so let's execute this. Control Enter. So we have now simulated the transition probability matrix on the slide. We now have the current state, we have the future state, and we can also see the transition probability matrix, which looks similar to this. Okay. All right. So now we want to find the absorption probabilities, but first we want to find out if the Markov chain has any absorbing states. So let's check for absorbing states. Control Enter. So we can see that state 1 and state 4 are absorbent. So definitely we can find the absorption probabilities. Okay. So to find the absorption probabilities, we can make use of this function, the absorption probabilities function. So let's execute this, Control Enter, and here we go. So this is giving us the absorption probability from state 2 to state 1, and this is giving us the absorption probability from state 2 to the absorbing state 4, and this is also showing us the absorption probability from state 3 to the absorbing state 1, and this is giving us the absorption probability from state 3 to the absorbing state 4. Okay, so let's try and compare our results when we solve this manually. Let's compare the result. So here we just use the absorbing state 4. So this is giving us the absorption probability from an absorbing state 1 to an absorbing state 4, which is definitely going to be 0. And this is giving us the absorption probability from an absorbing state to itself, which will always be 1. So this is the result that we want to compare from the output here. So here we have the absorption probability from state 2 to the absorbing state 4, which is 1 out of 3, which is similar to 0.333. And we also have the absorption probability from state 3 to the absorbing state 4, which is 2 out of 3. This is similar to 0.667. Okay, so we are good to go. So now how do we find the mean absorption times? So we can also make use of this function to find the mean absorption time. Can make use of this function. Okay, so Control Enter, and here we go. So this means that the expected time to absorption starting from state 2 is going to be 2 steps, and also the expected time to absorption starting from state 3 will also be 2 steps. Okay, so let's try and compare the results again. When we solve this manually, let's compare the results. So we have the expected time to absorption starting from state 2 to be 2 steps, and also the expected time to absorption starting from state 3 to also be 2. So I think we are good to go. Okay. All right. So basically, this is how to find the absorption probability, or let's say the absorption probabilities and the mean absorption times of a discrete time Markov chain in R. Please, if you find value in today's tutorial video, don't forget to subscribe if you have not. And thank you for watching.